Yeah, I'm just reading this dictionary. Yes. Isn't it entrapment to catch in a trap when you issue a bench warrant after you've asked your public defender and law enforcement to obligate the actual service of the notice to have to appear in court? Pooch. Now, when I think of entrapment, when I emailed the police department in Port Angeles, the Clallam County Sheriff's Department, and the Sequim Police Department, and I informed them that I am willing to go to court, but I want the actual court order to have to appear in court, isn't it entrapment when they refuse to give the defendant the actual notice from the state of Washington, and then waited until September 24th of 2016 to have me arrested when I was in Sequim? Now, when law enforcement entraps people that want to do what the law requires and has informed law enforcement that my rights are being violated, and law enforcement decides to entrap citizens so as to get them in jail so that they can charge them $70 a day rent to be in jail every day. I would like it if you went through every jail of the United States, pooch, and then I'd like to know what is the differences in the actual per day jail cost to those that get arrested and convicted of any crimes, and then what is the cost of the public defender that they're obligated to have because they have no money, and then how much are the fees? Seems that Clallam County is one of the most expensive jails in the nation. Now, I have done a wonderful job of documenting that my right to due process has been violated since 2011. And I'm not above suing this whole county for every asset the county will ever have, for gouging, for torturing, for abusing those that are homeless because they repeatedly arrest the same people. And then they keep adding additional fines and fees to the convictions because they entrap those in the population. Now, when you inform law enforcement that you're not evading going to court, even though there's no jurisdiction for the arrest, even though I wasn't in Sequim, there was no probable cause for the arrest, even though I communicated that I was not missing my mental health evaluation, I had bleeding of the gums. It seems that this county likes to entrap citizens so as to charge them millions of dollars in fees and fines because of their way of wanting to cover up their crimes. Now, I have a new phone number, and if the sheriff would like to call me, it's a Wi-Fi phone. The phone number is 360-747-8431. I'm just going to need to know, for all of those that got arrested, possibly entrapped, my similar experience, how many of them paid X number of dollars per day to be in jail, pooch? Then they got the court fees or fines, and then it's either pay the fine or appear in court without any court notice to have to appear in court, because I have to question the constitutional validity of having to appear in court every Friday or pay your fines. Now, when you don't have to pay for jail time spent in Jefferson County, as I understand it, and I have researched some other county jails, some of them pay like $2 or $3 a day to be in jail in some other counties. Aren't you really charging an enormous amount of fines and fees to those that get convicted of drug convictions because they spent a month in jail to start with? That's $2,100, and then you got the court fees that could be another $300 or $400, and then they have to pay for the public defender because they lose their case, and that could be another $500. So they walk out with about $3,000 in fees and fines, and then for the next year they're in drug court, and they have to appear in court every week or every 2 weeks, depending upon what the agreement is. But really, you're just burdening them with a whole lot of fines, way beyond what other counties charge for those that get convicted of crimes. Now, it seems that the county, at $70 a day of jail fines and additional court fees, then having to pay for a public defender that doesn't defend them, which is really just looking to milk the population for all the money they can get. Now, when I go comparing different counties throughout the nation, and your pay or appear system, when you load somebody with a truckload of fucking fines to start with, you really disrupt their ability to have employment after they get out of jail. It's so difficult to explain to an employer why you have to leave every Friday and appear in court because you didn't pay your fine. Now, go through every county and find out what is the actual per day cost of being in jail when you get convicted of a crime. How much do you have to pay in public defender costs? And then how much do you have to pay in court fees? Because I'm thinking there's some lawsuits here that I'm seeing called entrapment